Hello all, quick video today on how to use DroneScene to submit a flight report. This is a useful function to alert other airspace users of your intention to make a drone flight at a particular time, date and location by sharing the information with Altitude Angel and other third-party apps displaying Altitude Angel data. It's not the same as a NOTAM and it is not a request for permission. It's literally nothing more than letting other air users know of your intention to use a particular piece of airspace on a particular date and time. To access the function, make sure you're logged into DroneScene, then head to the link on the top right of the page. If it's the first time you're submitting a flight report, you're going to be asked to link your DroneScene account with your Altitude Angel account, and you can either sign into your Altitude Angel account or create a new one, which is free and only requires your name, email and a password for the new account. Once you have your Altitude Angel account created and linked, you can then head back to the DroneScene screen where you're now presented with the option to submit a new flight report. To create a new report, click the button and the map will open, letting you drag it to the area of the UK you're going to be in. Then you can zoom in to the location you'll be flying from. You can click the exact spot or just centre it in the main map and then complete the 4 mandatory fields below. Give the flight a small descriptive name that summarises the flight and choose whether it's recreational or commercial. Below that, you'll select the date and then the time of the flight, scrolling left or right to get earlier or later times of day. After that, set the duration of the flight. If you're going to be making multiple flights from the same spot, then just make the duration last for the entire time you think you're going to be flying from there. And that's it. Press submit and it's uploaded and ready to go, with the screen returning to the map display, showing the intended flight as a purple circle around the takeoff point. If there's already a DroneScene takeoff and landing point recorded at that location, that will show as the usual blue pointer. But to be clear, submitting a flight report will not create a new takeoff and landing point at that location. Only the flight record is created. If you click the circle, a pop-up will display all the details of the flight report. And if you scroll around the map, as long as you've got the flight report layer switched on, you'll be able to see other flight reports that have been submitted by others, including those submitted on other third-party apps. The DroneScene map will only display flight reports for flights that are scheduled in the next 7 days. So if you've submitted a report for a flight that's, say, 10 days away, you won't see it on your map until a week beforehand. You can review all your planned flights on your main dashboard page, and you can click the location coordinates to open up the map again. But if there's anything you need to amend, then you'll have to delete the report and resubmit a new one. You can't edit anything about an existing report. There are a few restrictions about submitting a new flight report. Just keep in mind you can overlap the same geographic area as an existing flight report, whether or not it's from yourself or someone else. However, you cannot overlap the same time period of a report that you have already submitted yourself, i.e. you can't say you're making more than one flight at the same time. As said, if you're going to be making multiple flights, just make sure the duration is set long enough to cover your time at that location. And finally, if plans change, then it's good etiquette to clear and delete your flight report to stop people seeing flight reports that aren't going to happen. When you delete a report, it will delete it both from DroneScene and all other third-party apps using that data.